between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hello. What was that?
Play action. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Quick throw here to Hilton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, it's Logan. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. T.J. Logan with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead it 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hill on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
To the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it here with Logan. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Herbert.
29-yard line.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
ties the game.
How about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Wentz. Incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and 5. And this one too low. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Ravens go for it but come up empty. Now this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Escaping, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground? And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers have and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over there on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Gain of 5.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now Wentz again. And he finds Montgomery complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Complete to
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down now, it's Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brought down.
A good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Buying time to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Herbert off of play action. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
2nd and 6.
And his kick is good. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
The Steelers will line up for
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They run with Logan. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. T.J. Logan with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Running on first down, Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. On 1st down, Logan. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
2nd and 4. at the 21-yard line.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yards.
Okay.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Here is Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
At the Ravens' 6-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The ball carrier.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Montgomery. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, flush to his right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield, and it's third down.
It's third down. And 4.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
And 7.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now it's Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Brendan McManus.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Tyreek Hill on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run again with Logan, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. To throw is Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Steelers 38, Ravens 35.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Today's final score, Steelers.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on.